it's not about, you know what, let me put hip hop with jazz to make it something so people will like it. That's just where it is right now. That's where jazz is. That's the state of jazz right now. The state of jazz right now is mixing some hip hop with jazz. That's just that's what it is now. You know what I mean? So, like John Coltrane didn't think of that when you go from Charlie Parker to John Coltrane. John Coltrane didn't say, you know what, let me mix this with jazz in his mind, being Charlie Parker for him. Let me mix this with jazz so people will come check this out. It was just like in 1965, this is where jazz was. It's totally different from Sidney Bechet, Louis Armstrong, it's totally different from that, but it grows and it moves and it changes, you know what I mean? So now this is just where it changes. So I honestly don't even really say I mix jazz with hip hop because no, I'm just playing modern jazz. You know what I'm saying? This is the hard bop of our time. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I see it. I don't see it as jazz is this thing and I'm mixing it with this, because you can't label jazz as one thing, like this is jazz. I think when people do that, they don't even understand the true meaning of jazz and the meaning and the spirit of jazz. The spirit of jazz is that, it changes, it moves. It's the freest music ever created. It's the most popular, it's the most innovative music ever created. So I think to minimize something to say that's what this is not, it doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? So you can't ever say, well, this is jazz, because if somebody would have said that before Train was born, then what? You know what I mean? I'm sure there were some people looking at Train saying, wait a minute, what are you doing? That's not jazz. Or even Freddie. Anybody from the hard bop era on, somebody before that can be like, wait a minute, that's not jazz. Listen to Duke. That's jazz. And then where would we be? You know what I mean? So it took those kind of trailblazers and innovators to say, well, yes, that's jazz, and so is this. This is what jazz is now. And that's what it is for me. It's like, it's now, it's modern, it's relevant, you know what I mean? So I can't play music that was very popular from 1960 and expect people of now to be excited about it. I'm Robert Glasper, and I rock jazz.